Good morning. Welcome to Coffee and Tarot Time. Happy Tuesday. What is it, Taco Tuesday? Okay, so keeping in my theme, see, I've been good with posting. I promised myself, and I've been consistent. If you're new here, thank you so much for subscribing and trusting your emotional journey with me. Hold on, people. Okay, so what I've done again is, which I like this format. Like I said, I've done it years ago. I was taught how to do this many moons ago. Probably half of you weren't even born yet. But I'm going to do like a combination. Okay, so I wrote something out, tweaked it here and there, and I wanted to get into the storytelling. Then we will talk about it. So once upon a time, there was a king who loved deeply. The King of Cups wasn't cruel. In fact, he had one of the kindest hearts in the kingdom. But beneath his throne, the sea never rested. One moment the waves were calm, the next they crashed against the rocks. That's what emotions can do. They can make even the wisest person question themselves. Across the land, a battle had broken out. The Five of Wands wasn't a war between enemies. It was pride, misunderstandings, different opinions, and everyone wanting to be right instead of finding peace. You know the kind, like a good Italian family argument over Sunday dinner. Capiche? Voices get louder, hands start flying, but underneath it all, hurt that nobody knows how to express. Now think about that for a second. Then she arrived. The Queen of Wands walked into the battlefield carrying no sword. She didn't need one. Her strength came from knowing exactly where she stood. Her hand seemed to say no further. She's putting up boundaries. She wasn't being difficult. She wasn't punishing anyone. She just knew she simply had to learn that loving someone doesn't mean abandoning yourself. So I all want you to kind of rethink that for a second, okay? Then we took a look beneath the surface. The Eight of Swords reminds us that sometimes the prison isn't built by another person. It's built by our own thoughts. Maybe I should give one more chance. Who hasn't been there? Maybe I should send one more text. Maybe that last text they'll understand exactly how I feel. Maybe I was overreacting. Maybe I finally changed. The ropes aren't as tight as they seem if you look at her. See those? The door hasn't been unlocked the whole time. Fear is often the only thing keeping us standing still. So in other words, when we see the Eight of Swords, we know she's not physically being restrained. We're keeping ourselves locked in. So finally, we meet the Queen of Cups. Love my Queen of Cups. She is our water energy, our Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. She reminds us that having compassion is beautiful, but compassion without boundaries becomes self-sacrifice. Write that down on a sticky, put it on your fridge. She feels everything, she understands everyone, but today she had a choice. Will she let her emotions erase the boundaries the Queen of Wands fought so hard to build? That's the message Spirit leaves us with today. Don't let your emotions overrule what you already know is right for you. Boundaries aren't walls meant to keep love out. They're doors that only open for people who know how to knock with respect. Think about that. Sometimes the strongest thing you'll ever say is one simple word, no. And sometimes that one word is the beginning of your peace. So when I look at these together, I say to my, do you hear that music back there? Little side note, I have like an Instacart order coming, and I think the girl who's delivering it is hard of hearing because she's got her, I'm on the other side of the house. But anyway, so I think this reading goes a little deeper than we're looking at, and it talks about boundaries, and it doesn't always have to be about love. I mean, it could, obviously there's love involved, but it could be family. It could be friends. So I want you to really think today about your boundaries, and have you set them up properly, and have you defended them? That's the thing. You know, we can all say, no, I'm not going to allow you to do this, but then you weaken. and your boundaries are no longer in existence. So think about this reading today. Put your comments below. And actually, I've been doing something that's I think is pretty fun. Look at each and every card. Look at each and every person in there and tell me what person in one card, don't give me more because a lot of you people don't know how to follow instruction. What person do you feel most connected to? All right, everyone, this is Coffee and Tarot time. I am the Queen of Wands. It is Tuesday. If you're not a subscriber, I would appreciate a like and a subscribe or a follow. And everybody, have a great day.